Hi there and welcome to the EWC. Today we'll be doing another unboxing of another Pagani design, but I promise you won't want to miss this one. I've just bought a watch for only 35 Canadian dollars that packs a whole lot of value and a whole lot of style in one single timepiece. I am going to warn you that this is a watch from Pagani Design and so is an homage, but not of Rolex this time, but of the Seiko cocktail time. You'll have a look in just a second of Pagani Design's interpretation of that iconic Seiko cocktail time dial. This watch packs in a whole lot of function, a whole lot of style for not a lot of price. And so I think this really is a great addition to any collection, just to add that little element of fun, that unique timepiece just to flash around on a weekday for the fun of it. So let's have a look at the watch that I just purchased to see what I'll be wearing on a wrist. Just like with my other Pagani design, I bought this one from the Pagani Design AliExpress official store on AliExpress. This one has the model number PD1654 if you want to use that to look up this watch. This one, as you can see, is around 40 Canadian dollars right now. However, it does go up and down around that price. Whether you're a new user or already an existing user on AliExpress, you can pile coupons on top to get the price down to around 35 Canadian dollars, which is super affordable and really a great deal for this watch. There are 4 colorways to choose from. I got this one, the blue dial on a stainless steel case. You could also get a black dial. If you like the rose gold color case, you could get that as well, although I'm not sure how that coloring will wear over time. There's a white dial and a black dial as well. Overall, I find the purchase experience from AliExpress to be quite positive. I've bought from AliExpress numerous times and it has turned out pretty smooth overall. If something does happen, there is an in-platform dispute function that you could go through and get your money back. So I don't really think there's a whole lot to worry about in terms of ordering from AliExpress, except for maybe long delivery times. Okay, so after 2 weeks of waiting, my Pagani Design has finally arrived. Here is the Pagani Design box. As you can see, it's just Pagani Design and the logo written in gold colored text on this black box. We've seen this box before, as in my Pagani Design Rolex Hulk Homage unboxing. So if you haven't seen that video, do check it out as well. There's a great watch hiding inside that box. But for now, let's have a look at what's inside this box. Okay, so we can see here is the standard Pagani Design microfiber cloth. This is actually quite nice, so you could use it to polish off your watches or to do any sort of cleaning, whether it be for glasses or screens. We have a guarantee card, user's manual. Oh, and there we have the watch. Seems to be in a plastic bag of some sort. Yes, let's put the box to the side for now. And there we have it. Wow, that is an incredible dial. They definitely did a really great job for $35. It is quite impressive. I will say that the finishing does look very clean, both on the dial, mimicking the Seiko cocktail time, as well as the date sub-dial. You could see there is a nice finish that goes radially around that silver sub-dial. I'm quite impressed with that. We have applied our markers, but printed minute track and printed text, although I can't really complain for only $35. We've got a hang tag over here, so let me just take that off. And there's the watch. Really quite nice. It feels like a substantial timepiece. It feels like it's well made. We have this polished case, all polished, a signed crown as well, which is a really nice touch by Pagani. A signed buckle too, which is that slight bit extra that just pulls everything together. It's really impressive the amount of detail that Pagani can add on for such a low price. To top it all off, if you have a look at that crystal, you can notice that that is actually a double domed crystal. While it is mineral, I think it does do enough to protect the watch while also providing this fantastic look at this price. We can see a little bit of distortion on the side, especially looking at the minute track, which is a really nice addition that just takes the watch to a whole other level. The strap, as you see it right here, it does say Pagani Design, genuine leather, although as I've been handling it for just the last few minutes, it doesn't feel like genuine leather. I wouldn't be surprised if it were genuine pleather. However, it does look good enough just to match the watch for initial delivery. So I suppose that is one cost-cutting corner that they took. I think it's good enough just to wear around initially though, but it's definitely something I'll be looking to swap out in the future. Just going back to this dial now, as you can see, the minute hand is sweeping away. This is a Seiko Mecha Quartz movement, the VH65. It ticks 4 times per second as opposed to a single tick quartz or a 5 or 6 time mechanical watch that you could find in the low-end segment of the market, for example, in some vintage pieces or with the 7S26 of the Seiko 5 movement. I think this is a good middle ground between the two. It doesn't have that simple, almost cheap-looking single tick of many quartz watches at the low end of the market, but it also doesn't require you to spend so much to get that mechanical movement when you could get a similar look for just a nice sweep like this. Overall, I'm very impressed. Let's test the crown operation. So in the first position, yep, there is the quick set date right there. In the second position, it hacks and we can set the time. Very smooth operation, but it is a Seiko movement, so that's what I would expect. And there it is, the Pagani Design cocktail time. Let's get it on wrist. And that wears very nicely. I can't wait to start wearing this guy around and also see what that dial looks like in natural light. So I've gotten the chance to wear this watch around for a few days now, both in the house and out on walks. And I've gotten a pretty good idea of what this watch is all about. I am thoroughly impressed with all that Pagani Design can offer for such a low price. We've gotten a pretty well-made watch that also has great looks as well. And so I recommend this piece as a solid addition for any collector who wants to add a little bit of something special to their collection. That unique watch that they might not necessarily wear a whole lot, but could still add that element of flair. For me, I quite like this design, but I get that it isn't something that you would want to wear as an everyday watch. It's more of a weekend piece that you could wear every once in a while, perhaps if you're going out for a walk, just to see that brilliance of the dial and of that double-domed mineral crystal out in the sunlight. This watch, as I've mentioned before, is an homage of the Seiko cocktail time, and I'm super excited to be comparing this watch head-on with the real deal in a future video. So if you're interested in seeing how the two watches compare, stay tuned and we'll take a look then. So until next time, cheers. Thank you very much for watching the Everyday Watch Collector. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel to help others find our videos as well. It really means a lot to me personally and goes a long way to helping the channel grow. Cheers.